You have joined from US, right? Okay. Kanchan. You have joined, I know. Kanchan, okay. Meenakshi, okay. And Naveen Kumar, okay. Yeah, Divya, right? Yeah, you can change your name. And Vijay. Vijay, you are there. Okay, fine. Yeah, am I audible to everyone? So yesterday we have seen demo, right? So about PRPC, Pega Rules Process Commander and BPM. Okay. So in a BPM, what we'll have? In a BPM, we have. Yeah. Okay. What we have? We have. Oh no, we will talk about only workflow. Okay, workflow. We have business rules. We have business rules database and business rules engine, which is a program. So this is what we have seen yesterday. And Pega has come forward and adopted the methodology of BPM and created all these things. So business rules and workflow is workflow here, process, and then your business rules database is rule based. Business rules are Pega rules and business rules engine is process commander. Okay, so where it is used, Pega, PRPC. Pega Systems. Okay. So Pega Systems is the company which has given. So why the name Pega? Okay. So the founder of this Pega Systems is Alan Trefler. Okay. Alan Trefler, he was world chess champion long back. Okay. So he has developed this tool initially in C language. Later it has been upgraded to CPP and then today Java. Okay. So when he has given his first module, so the first module when he has developed and he thought of giving some name to it. Okay, whatever the tool that he is going to develop using BPM. So he wanted to give a name to the tool. Okay, his passion is chess and he came into technology. Okay, so do you know the meaning of Pegasus? Yeah, see, Pegasus is something. Wing horse, correct. Okay, this one, wing horse. Okay, so this represents the knight symbol in chess. Okay, so the name he has given according to his passion by taking from this one. Okay, wing horse. You see the Pega symbol. What is the logo? It's a wing horse. Okay, so this one represents both his passion of chess, knight symbol, as well as this Pegasus symbol, and that has been given as a logo, and he has given the name Pega out of it. Clear? Okay. So now coming to the technical point. So where Pega is being used. So you know already user interface in Pega is been implemented using HTML, right? And then business logic is Java, the backend. Okay. So other than these two, we have 17 or 19 technologies involved in the tool. Okay, so like we have Silverlight, VB script, and anyway XML is there, HTML is there, this one is there. Okay, Java, and other than this, they have used many other technologies for internal purpose. Okay, so like this 19 technologies are almost involved. UI part 99% is HTML, logic part 99% is Java, and XML which will be internally in the system. So to make the PRPC environment as secure on the web, they have used XML data structure. Now, so if you go ahead here, what kind of applications we will use, we will develop in Pega. Okay, what type of applications we will develop? So far what you know. So web applications means short web applications only. Okay, so you will go ahead and develop web applications, I agree, but processing applications. Okay, which does business processing. So what are business processing applications? Banking applications, insurance applications. Say suppose you went to a bank, you have deposited a check in the deposit machine. Okay, that what happens? The check will be scanned. So it will take a copy of the check, front and back, scan copy. It will put this file in a readable format, one CSV file or PDF file, some file, and it places onto a server path. Okay, on C drive, folder XYZ. Once it is placed on that path, there is an application which reads that file and get what is the from account, what is the to account, who is the creditor, who is the debitor, whether the account is active, everything it will read the check first of all the data on the check it will read, each parameter. So it will go ahead and does the processing. Say suppose both belongs to same bank. So it will be very easy. It has to get an approval, something from the same bank. It is very easy. Within 1 day it will be processed, within 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay, so if it belongs to another bank, so it will take around 24 or 48 hours. It has to send a request to the other branch, other bank, not branch, other bank, some other bank. It has to get a response. This account is valid, enough balance is there, you can go ahead and get it. They have to do a third party transfer to this bank account. From this bank account they will get and credit it to the creditor, whoever the creditor account. Once they credit it, once they receive it, it will be debited from the other account. Okay, so all this is processing which you will not see. Internally it happens. So simply speaking, when you go to bank and deposit 1 lakh rupees, once you deposit, they will open an application, and in the application they will enter 1 lakh rupees deposit and then enter. So immediately it will be credited or what? It will not be credited immediately. So after this is been done, it will be sent to another person. He will open this and he will do the posting. Once he posts it, then there will be many verifications, whether account is available or not, whether account is valid or not, everything will be again done, and then finally it will update the amount to the target account, whatever that is. Okay, all this is called processing. So in this kind of processing applications we use Pega. Can you develop a shopping cart application in Pega? If you ask a question, yes, we can do that. But today, do you find any applications which are available outside? Shopping cart, social service, something like this, social websites, we don't see outside. So no application in Pega outside you will see which can be accessed by end users like us, like Flipkart, all this, Paytm and all this. But internally they may have processing for processing purpose. Okay, once you are done with Paytm, everything is done front end. Okay, and you have paid the amount. So from there it will take the processing. You can use Pega for that purpose. Okay, and one more thing is, so what are the vendors you have? CC Avenue, and what are the other vendors? These people can use it for processing purpose. Okay, but they are not using today. So they can use it. Like this, banks will use, insurance will use, healthcare. Okay, they will use, and we have Vodafone in this one, and telecommunications, and Vodafone, and what else is there? We have John Deere client. You know John Deere? Yeah. John Deere is Procliners, heavy trucks. Okay, so they are using this Pega, and you know Bench and Ford both are using Pega. Where they are using, I'll tell you later. So now, why this is not there in the end user applications like Flipkart or whatever it is today, whatever the applications that we see, why it is not there with them? Okay, so now Pega is a proprietary source. Okay, I'll come to that point. Pega is a proprietary source, means you need to buy the license. Okay, so what is the cost of license per application they will charge? Okay, it will be in $1 million. So now, with respect to the commercial, if you are going to speak, okay, if you want to buy the license spending $1 million, you should make $1 trillion out of your business. The revenue which is being flowing in your application should be in $1 trillion per day or something like that. Okay, so this can be done by banks. Okay, insurance agencies and healthcare department also. Okay, there they will make a lot of revenue. Coming to this shopping cart websites and ticket booking websites and all. Okay, what could be their business? Maybe $10,000 a year or $20,000. If you speak, maybe $1 billion a year, not more than that, I think, right? Okay, so can they afford to buy this Pega software? They cannot afford. They cannot afford it, speaking. But Amazon is there for their processing, because Amazon is there worldwide. So it is there in more than 100 countries. So they can afford it. Okay, for their processing, not end user perspective. Well, coming to the end user perspective, this is one reason commercial if you are speaking. and Pega will not provide you rich user interface. Rich UI. So when I say rich UI, what is the meaning of rich UI means? So look and feel, bright look and feel. Okay, if you go to a Flipkart application, shopping cart application, what you will expect as an end user? So whichever the website provides you best user interface, okay, which is bright something, Silverlight, they will use many things. Okay, so for that website you obviously will access. If I create a website which is meant for shopping cart and it is very plain, do you go and access it? Do you think like, well, I don't know this vendor, he is very poor. Okay, so you will not access it. So you need a rich user interface that cannot be provided by Pega today. So if they want, they can do it, but they are not doing it. Why they are not doing, I will tell you. Okay, so rich user interface cannot be provided by Pega. Okay, if you want to go ahead and make the front end in rich UI, back end Pega, you can use it still, but still cost wise they cannot afford it. So because of the reason of cost of spending $1 million to buy the license per application, the low level clients and middle level clients you will not see tied up with Pega. Okay, you will see only level 5 triple A rating clients, double A rating clients. Okay, you will see JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and what is that, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. These are the topmost banks. Okay, these are tied up with Pega and they bought the license and they are using it for their application processing purpose. Well, coming to this one, John Deere is one of the big client, Bench, Ford. Okay, these people you will see. Okay, and other than this, other sectors, healthcare, United Healthcare, and many other healthcares are there. Okay, so these are the things. And well, coming to insurance, Hanover Insurance Group, and what are this, ADMB Insurance Group, and many other insurance clients are there. Okay, so where there is $1 trillion of revenue, people only can afford to buy PRPC for their processing purpose. Okay, so obviously you need to make lot of revenue, generate a lot of revenue. If you're going to spend 1,000 rupees on a product, okay, for your business purpose, obviously you will expect, you want to earn 10,000 rupees out of it, right? So your business should make 10,000 rupees, then only you will buy it, otherwise you will not buy it. So this is the reason why, one reason, and one reason is rich UI. So because it does not give you rich UI, you will not see it in end user applications, as well as this will be cost affordable is very high. Okay, you have to spend millions of dollars, so you will not see low level clients tied up with Pega systems. Okay, so only AAA rating and AA rating clients you will see, those who have applications developed in Pega. Now, processing wise, why it is only meant for processing purpose? Okay, so see, if you are going to deposit a check, how many checks will be deposited? How many third-party transfers will be done for a bank in one day? It will be in $1 trillion. Take stock market, all third-party transfers only, right? Every transaction is a third-party transfer. So what is the revenue that is being flowing? It will be in $1 trillion per day. Okay, so do you expect any interruption? No. Do you expect slow processing? No, it should be faster. Okay, so you are expecting faster processing and you will not expect any interruption. Okay, well, coming to the processing wise, so I told you yesterday when we are going through the demo, PRPC is 6.4 times faster than Java, proven. Okay, so how it is faster, I talk about it. So because you're expecting very fast, because you're expecting faster processing and all, you will go for Pega, which will be provided by Pega environment, whatever that is. How it will do, I'll tell you. Okay, so now see, when you are going to process one check using Java, you can process 6.4 checks in Pega. So whom you will choose now? Well, coming to processing wise, Pega systems, and development wise, so all the code is being predefined in Pega. Okay, when the code is being predefined in Pega, so if you want to develop an application using Java, okay, how much time it will take? 1 year, say suppose. And the same application, if you want to develop in Java, it will take maybe 1 month, not more than that. Okay, so because it has already built-in code, you are not required to write the code. Okay, if you want to implement email integration in Java, maybe it will take 1 hour. In Pega, it will take 1 minute. Okay, like that. So because code is already built in. So now, development wise, and so if you divide an application into two parts, cost. So for cost of an application into two parts like development and another one is maintenance. So which is costlier? Obviously maintenance is costlier. It's a long-term process, right? So say suppose I have 5 developers in Java. I'll take 20 developers, that can be done. 20 developers in Java who are working today. And how many people I need in support for maintenance purpose? Java or mainframes, take any technology what you know and tell me. How many people we need?
3 people.
Maintenance. Developers are 20. Means it's
At least 8.
okay, take it 1 year. Development is done. So this application is now in maintenance. How many people I need for support, maintenance and everything?
5 people.
You need more than 50. Okay, you need more than 50 people in order to work on the maintenance part. You'll see many issues when you develop applications using Java and .NET and all. Okay, so you need more than 50 people. See, your application will be developed by a team of 4 or 5. Okay, for 1 year or 2 years. Well, it comes to maintenance. Let's take one product. Or let's take Hanover client. Okay, so they have applications in different technologies. Okay, they have a Java application which has been developed by 2 people. Okay, now for their maintenance, we have more than 15 people. I've seen more than 15 people are working on the maintenance of that application. Okay, so your maintenance will be costlier when compared to development in a long-term procedure also. Okay, so the same application, if 20 developers are there in Pega, okay, so 1 person is there for support. 2, let's say 2 people is enough. Okay, this for just handling the regular this one errors, something like that, regular interruptions. Okay, so why is that? See, your PRPC system is predefined. Everything is predefined. You are not going to write the code. Okay, and whatever the code that is been already written in the system, it is been thoroughly pre-compiled. Means there are no compilation errors. When using it in the business, you are going to use the same. Okay, it has been pre-compiled. Will you expect any issues at runtime with respect to the code which you are going to develop? Until unless you make a blunder, okay, code wise you will not face any issues because you are not writing any code in Pega. You are going to use the existing code and pass the parameters to it. That's it. Your work is done. Every time you need to use the existing code and pass that. If you are going to write something, you may do something wrong in your coding part. You will see some runtime issues also. Okay, here because the code is predefined, you face some runtime issues. Say suppose you got some issues at runtime, whom you will contact? In the code wise in PRPC you got some issues. Whom you will contact? You have to contact Pega Systems. If the issues are from their code, you need to contact from Pega Systems. Mostly you will see the issues related to data issues. Data something wrongly sent to the application. Data issues can be handled by yourself, the application developers. Okay, you will not see any processing interruptions in Pega because code is built in. There will not be any processing interruptions. If you get any interruption, immediately Pega Systems is there to provide you a fix. Okay, so the cost to fix will be now the burden of Pega Systems. It's not on you. Okay, obviously your cost will be reduced. See, you need to pay for 50 people and there will be a lot of requests that have been coming up. For maintenance wise, you need to spend a lot of amount when you go ahead with normal applications. Pega, so there will be maintenance, half of the maintenance, almost 75% of the maintenance will be shared by Pega Systems itself. Okay, now you need to go ahead and work on issues related to your application. Okay, if it is related to the internal tool, Pega Systems is there to help you. Okay, so now maintenance wise the cost is being reduced. And well, coming to the development cost, Java is freeware, you're not required to spend anything. Okay, you can go ahead and only for the developers you need to spend. Anyway, the same number of developers I'm spending here, same cost. But for buying the tool, you need to spend a lot of amount. Okay, in a long term, what you are going to get is the cost will be reduced with respect to the maintenance. So they reversed it. Whatever that is there previously with respect to Java.NET, development setup is less, maintenance cost is more. Now they reversed it. Development cost is more, but in a long term, maintenance cost will be reduced applications can be stabilized very soon. If a Java application, if you want to stabilize, it will take around 4 or 5 years. Okay, but you can stabilize a Pega application within 2-3 months. That's it. It will run very plain without any issues if you leave it without making any enhancements. Okay, so your maintenance cost is being reduced. So obviously, with respect to the development, if you bother about it, lower level clients cannot come into this one. Okay, to buy the license. The higher clients can come in, they can reduce their maintenance cost. And processing is faster. Thinking about the processing, it is faster. Now, how it is faster? So, see, when I implement, see, it is also internally Java code written, I told. If you develop application using Java for processing a Java code of email integration, for processing Pega email integration, backend both runs the Java code, whatever the way that they are using. Okay, but then how it is faster than Java? See, this code here in Pega is pre-compiled. See, every time you execute a program, Java has to compile it and then go ahead and run it. Right? Every time it has to be compiled. Okay, but here in Pega, code is pre-compiled thoroughly. There are no compilation issues, and it maintains. I will say this way. Cache. You know what is cache memory? Cache memory, you have any idea?
Currently,
say suppose you open a browser, type first time facebook.com. You'll go to Facebook. Next time you come and type F. Simply, it will show you facebook.com. It will take from the cache of the browser, cache memory from the browser, and it will be faster when compared to previously, right? Obviously, you will access it a bit faster than previously how you have executed. So now it will maintain the cache of the code, whatever that is being compiled. So they are compiling and building the cache. There will be cache tables and giving it to you along with the environment. So when you are going to run, where it will take from? It will take from the cache. Obviously, the processing will be much faster than executing a direct program. Okay, so it has a pre-compiled, thoroughly pre-compiled rule cache that you can say for now code cache. Code cache is available. Okay, so and it is already been compiled and applications will be faster and you will not see any interruptions. Considering all these things, maintenance cost is low and processing will be faster as it has cache and coding is easier. You can choose PRPC over any other technology when your business is making huge revenue. Okay, so the reason this is not there with the smaller clients is cost and it will not provide rich UI. Now they can provide rich UI tool, right? So instead of HTML, they can also use in their tool Silverlight and everything. They can provide rich UI. But why they are not doing that? So the aim behind PRPC tool is faster processing. It's not the UI. It's the processing. Okay. So if they come to the rich user interface, again loading Silverlight and everything, it will take a lot of time. So the application will go, it will be slower. So that is not the aim of developing PRPC tool. Okay. So their aim is to give you an environment wherein which you can process your business faster when compared to any other technology. Okay. That's why they are using plain HTML. So today they are using HTML5, Angular script, whatever it is there. They are using everything. Okay. So everyone clear so far? So now what kind of applications you will develop using Java? Only the applications which are meant for processing. Okay, where you expect faster processing without interruptions. Okay, and the applications which will generate huge revenue requires all these features. So everyone clear online?
Asha, I have a
Not able to
doubt.
hear your voice. Someone is speaking something. Sure, hang on. Just let me check my audio. Yeah, you can ask me now.
Harsha,
Yes.
still the Pega is providing rich UI. I see that.
No, you would have
But
seen
yes.
some other tools that have been integrated. No. They would have integrated. I do not provide rich UI. When you say rich UI, hang on.
Okay. Okay.
See here. So this is how PRPC provides the user interface.
Yeah.
It's very plain. If you see something rich, this is not rich UI. Rich UI is something. If you go to Amazon.com. This is rich UI. Okay, you'll see buttons like this.
Okay.
This is the rich UI. Okay, so see, they have used a flash player, something like this here. Okay, if you include all these things, obviously your applications will be slower during processing. Okay,
Yeah.
so the aim behind this developing this tool is processing.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll find for PRPC, when you speak about the user interface and all, and processing wise, you'll find with the AAA rating clients. And well, coming to this one, what is the other one we talked about? Cache. Yeah, processing only. Okay, processing wise, if you are expecting everything without interruptions and faster processing, you'll go for PRPC, where you can afford the cost. Okay, that's one thing.
Are there,
And yeah,
are
anyone
there
else
any,
have any other? Yeah, go ahead.
are there any applications that cannot be developed in Pega?
See, there are no, yeah. He's asking, are there any applications that cannot be developed in Pega? Okay, all kinds of web applications you can develop in Pega. Okay, what does Java will do? Everything Pega will do except games. You can develop games, right, using Java and all, but you cannot do that in Pega. Those kind of applications you cannot develop. Okay, mobile applications is there. Okay, it's not up to the mark maybe. Okay, that's fine. It is doing something better with respect to Pega 7. Okay, it's there in desktop, mobile, both. Now, who will access the PRPC applications? When it is not the end user applications, see, you can use PRPC as both front end, back end, logic, database, UI. Otherwise, you can use it to be only logic purpose and database purpose. And front end you can design in any other technology. That's also possible. ANZ, you know, Australian User and Bank. They have applications like this. Front end, some other technology. They have already applications built in another technology. They do not want to design the UI again in Pega. They will use the same UI and back end purpose they will use Pega. That can be done. Okay, only logic they will remove from Java and introduce in Pega for faster processing. Okay, now any other questions? Divya, Ranup, Meenakshi, you're asking something?
So this is Anup. Can you hear me clear?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. So let's say just a hypothetical question. If there is an application which is built purely in Pega, and
Okay.
there is an application where they have tried to combine some kind of their legacy UI with Pega. So is there a difference of speed in these two scenarios?
See, he's asking a question. We have offline people also. He's asking a question. If you're going to develop an application using Java user interface, Java or .NET, and the backend is Pega, is there any speed difference? That is the question. Will there be any speed difference? Processing wise, you will not face any difference. Only
Okay.
rendering of the user interface, you will see the difference. That's not the work of Pega. If it is plain PRPC you're using, the UI is also plain HTML. Obviously, it will render at its own pace, at its own speed. If you're going to use third-party tools and all, so we are not sure. So the UI wise, the speed may differ, but backend, once it reaches the backend, the processing will be same level.
Okay.
Okay, clear? So now, see here, your applications like business processing applications, like when you swipe a card, that is a business process application. Okay, when you go and deposit a check, that is a processing application. Okay, when you go and apply for an insurance, see what an insurance agent will do. He will come to you with a paperwork, or he will have his own sheet. He will come and take all the details. So like this, at this KPHP region, the agent will come and take the details from you. Like this, all the regions, all the agents will collect the respective people details and submit it at one centralized branch. Okay, so now what happens after they submit it at the centralized branch? There will be a team sitting for data processing. They will open an application, they will collect all this information, enter the data in that application and do process it, send it for respective approvals and all they will do. Okay, that team is called back operations teams. Okay, so if you see an application that is being opened and money deposit is done, the posting application is the back operation application. The person who works on posting part is called back operation team, is from back operations team. Pega applications today, 99.98% applications. I don't know. One application is there for one of the shopping mall in Australia, which I heard. I think they have removed it. Okay, I'm not sure. That application is developed in Pega for UI purpose also. It has failed with respect to UI because it is shopping cart application. Okay, so 99.99 applications today what we have with Pega implemented in Pega, all are back operations applications. Okay, so you got an idea of what is the back operation application? So you can simply understand posting a check, something like that, and depositing money, posting of the money, and insurance application. Do you access insurance application? See here, if you go to Bajaj Allianz Insurance here, google.com, Bajaj Allianz car insurance, so something. I'll go to renewal or whatever it is, new business. Okay, this is the application. Okay, this is not developed in Java. This is JSP. Sorry, this is not developed in Pega. This is a JSP application and with Java. See, this is the application. So which will take all the information from you and it will send to the Bajaj Allianz group, whatever it is. There they will take necessary approvals. They will do their own verifications. After every other approval is being received, and quote will be generated with a cost of quoted premium for 1 year. That is a background processing. That can be done in Pega, not this one. This is also plain UI. If you want to do this you can do it. It's not such rich when compared to other applications. Okay, you can develop this application using Pega also. Okay, so like this processing application. So if you know the business of bench in other countries, what they will do, they will give a car for rent. Okay, you can rent a car from bench. That is not there in India. Okay, you will pay some amount, you will rent it for 60 days, something like that. Okay, after you reach 40 days, okay, they will send you a request whether you want to buy the car or you want to return it. So the processing now will start in Pega. This processing. So after you rent a car, and so even renting process also, that is a Pega application that is there for bench. That's why I'm talking about it. Okay. So from renting a car, and after 60 days you will rent it. After 40 days, whether you want to buy or whether you want to return the vehicle. So there are many approvals that needs to be taken if you want to buy. So a lot of processing has to be done with respect to the payments and everything. And if you are going to return the vehicle and for getting the vehicle back, there will be a lot of process and verification. Team should go and check once it has been returned whether any damages are being happened, and you need to execute the damage process again and then charge from him. So all these things are being developed in Pega. This is what back operations. So you will not use that application. Maybe front end you will go ahead and open an application and rent a car, done. After that, after 40 days, your Pega application will take this data and send request to the users and respective managers and take your decision and alert the respective teams whether he is going to buy or whether he is going to return and what action. So this is called automation process. Everything will be automated. When you deposit a check, the check will be processed in the background in an automated process. There is no manual intervention, right? Okay, so like this, where there is an automation involved and where there is processing involved, you will go to choose Pega. Clear, right, everyone? Anyone has any doubts, any questions? Are you clear with respect to the business where we use Pega? Okay, so today if someone says Pega is there with Redbus or something, it's not true. Okay, it's not there. If you have attended somewhere else, maybe in some other places, they would have told you. I heard from many people. Okay, Redbus applications and Paytm applications, those are not developed in Pega. So if they can generate the revenue in $1 trillion, they can come and join with Pega. Not today. See, Pega systems may reduce their cost, so they can concentrate on low-level clients. That time they can afford to buy it and then they can use it. So now they are doing that. They are in the process of concentrating on low-level clients to rent the software to them. It's not completely okay. So any other questions? Anyone? So everyone has a clear picture now about what kind of applications, who will access PRPC applications? Back operations teams. Simply speaking, this is the terminology you will use. Okay, in PRPC applications, you can simply say back operations teams. If you say an application is being accessed by PRPC today, it is not there. Okay, when I say end user, it is you, the end user, like a shopping cart application, how you will access, you are the end user. Back operations teams means those teams who will sit in the organizations. They will access the application and process the data and do the work, complete the work. Okay, those kind of applications. The Pega is meant to develop those kind of applications where processing is involved, where automation is involved, and so. And one more thing is, see, if you want to go ahead and develop an application, you need a designer for UI, right? UI designer you need, and UI, and logic anyway, technology people will be there, and database you need database people, right? So you need three teams. So whatever the three persons does the work here can be done by one person in Pega. Okay, here the UI is pretty much plain, drag and drops. The same thing everyone will do. You have to be the user interface designer. You have to be the one who is going to use the existing logic and implement your business requirement. And you have to be the person who write the queries. Okay, queries will be automatically generated in the system. You're not required to write. There will be a UI provided to you as a form, an application as a form. In the form, you need to choose the respective columns and everything, whatever that you want. Okay, and queries will be internally generated. So you're not required to be an expert in DB, right? So whatever the work that is being done by three people in another technology, three persons in other technology can be done by one person in Pega. Okay, so they came up with many solutions showing up those to the clients, and they have thousands of vendors today in the market. Okay, so now I need to spend 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 60,000 to do this task for 1 month. Okay, per month, and now here I can spend only 20,000 on top of it, and we develop faster when compared to here. And processing will be faster in Pega when compared to other technologies. Okay, this is also one. So everyone clear? So how we'll do these things? So today, if you're going to join PRPC, okay, as a developer, you have to work on UI, logic, database, everything, but you're not required to be an expert. If you want to develop a user interface in Java technology, you need to go for JSP. You need to be a best designer. You need to use JavaScript and all you need to know. Here that is not required. Okay, so you can be everything in an application development. So any questions, any doubts? Kanchan, Divya, Anup, Meenakshi.
Yeah, I have a question.
The database is having its own database.
One thing, let me complete it. Yeah, go ahead. Who is that? Go ahead, Kanchan.
Yeah, you said that for writing UI part, backend HTML will be there.
Yes.
Can we replace that HTML?
See, he's asking, when you design the user interface, it will generate backend HTML. Can you go ahead and customize it? Anything can be customized in Pega, whether it is a logic or a DB or UI, anything can be customized by you. You can do it. But still, that is not a suggested way. You have to use what is there. When you customize, what happens? There may be a chance you will make some mistakes. Maybe at runtime will be, maybe compatibility you're not going to code accordingly. See, they have designed the tool compatible to Firefox, Explorer, and some other all the browsers today if you speak. Maybe the code that you're writing might not be compatible with other browsers with respect to user interface I'm talking. Okay, you have to be pretty much clear that the code which you are going to write here compatible to all the browsers. You should have such a knowledge. So avoid writing your own code when you are working on PRPC. That is one of the best practice that they will tell you. Okay, clear now?
Yeah.
And Divya, you are asking something?
Yeah, no, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, you are asking something.
Database, regarding database, is Pega using its own database or else?
Yeah, someone is asking a question here. Pega uses its own database or not? So there is no database meant for PRPC. See, we have different vendors. Who are the vendors? Oracle, IBM. So obviously they will buy from that vendor for using this one. But the database data, when I say data, tables, all the tables are being defined by PRPC itself, Pega Systems itself. Okay, designed by Pega Systems. The tables, schema definitions, and data that is being flowing and all queries will be runtime generated. Everything has been implemented by Pega Systems. Okay, database vendors are different. They don't have their own database developed. When I say database, it's the environment I'm talking about.
There is no any single end user applications in Pega?
So far I know today there is no single application that has been accessed by end users.
Even in mobile application, mobile based.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think. So if you see any application that might have the backend processing implemented in Pega, Amazon you take for their processing, you take Disney, you know Walt Disney, they are the clients of Pega. They have for their processing. I don't know the business exactly. I did not work in that project. Okay, they have Disney has this one, PRPC. They are the vendors of PRPC. They are using Pega for their processing internally. I don't know what is that processing. But when you see front end all Disney, it's cartoons, right? So that is something which is not in Pega. But back end they are using. So now, so everyone clear? So now, being a learner, you're going to start learning Pega. So you don't know anything about Pega. So what you need to look for? Okay, so today you want to learn and you want to move out of the company, or you want to work on a project as a developer with an equivalent experience of 3 or 4 years. So what you need to ask a trainer, okay, you don't know, because see you go to, you have come to me, whatever I tell you, that is sufficient for you. You think like this is only Pega. When you go and appear at the interview, you will come to know this is what I have not learned from my trainer. Okay, so that should not be there. See, if you are going to learn here, when you are put into a project, you should be working equivalent to 3-4 years experience. Okay? You should not be looking back or looking forward to learn something else from any other trainer. That's all. So you don't know what topics. If I tell you 15 topics, this is Pega. Okay, that is Pega for you. Okay. So what are the main topics that you need to ask a trainer when you are going to? So and everything that you are going to learn, you need to learn practically. You have to see the input, give the input and get the output practically, see it on the screens. It's not on top of it you are. See, if I'm going to tell you service, what a service will do, I can tell you the service will take the request, send it and get the response. These are the rules you need to create and implement, like implement this, you can implement this in Pega. I can tell you that. That's not what you need to learn. You need to learn it practically. Do it, create all the rules on your own and practically implement it at C. Okay. So the main things that you need to learn apart from the basics. Basics are programming concepts. Okay. Decisions, declaratives. So you can go through my website. I'll show you here itself. So here is the course content. Okay. So this and all is basic programming. See, because I'm telling this because I have seen many people who are coming from other places and they did not learn anything. Okay. So well, coming to the business logic. Okay, business logic. There will be many methods available. Okay, methods, when I say the code is been written and provided with you with methods. If you know about the method theoretically, that is not sufficient. You practically use the method and understand it. Okay, so there will be 108 methods almost. Okay, you're not required to learn 108. At least you learn 30 methods. That is important. Okay, those methods which you regularly use, you must have to learn. Okay, the other methods, see, you should be in a position after your course is completed. You should be able to learn anything on your own. Further, you should be able to research and learn it. That's how your capability should be improved when you learn the course. And apart from it, email integration and DB integration. When I say DB integration, again PRPC provides a database. Other than this, say suppose I want to use the database of Tracing listener.
Harsha,
Yes.
Harsha, what is this email integration? I don't understand.
I will tell you. I will tell you email integration. Okay. So these are the things you need to learn. You must have to learn practically. Without practically, theoretically, everyone can tell you. Okay. You can open PDN and read about this theoretically. You will understand what rules you need to create. Also, you will see there. That is not required. Okay. That is not sufficient. Okay. You need to implement everything practically when you come to integration part. Okay. If you are going to join with a trainer, anytime you are your friend, you ask them to ask these things to be practically taught. So they may tell you this cannot be done in the home version because we need a distributed environment. That is not true. We can do it on a single environment, single system you can do. Okay. What is that you cannot do in a distributed environment? I will tell you. Okay. Only a few things you cannot do. You cannot create multiple nodes. You cannot test the application on multiple nodes because you don't have distributed environment. Testing cannot be done, but the implementation can be done on a single environment. Everything you can do practically. When you come to email integration, see, once after you submit an application, you will receive an email. Okay, you have submitted this application, these details. Automatically, email will be sent to you. And also, you will send an email to a bank, create an account for me. Bank will send a form to you in an email. You will fill the form and send an email. Bank will receive that email. Automatically, application will read the email and process it to create an account for you. That kind of procedure can be done using email integration. It's sending email from your application automatically, triggering emails from your application automatically, and whatever the emails that are being received to a mailbox should be read by your application automatically and create a work. That can be done practically without any issues, even it is a home version. Do not believe it cannot be done. You can do it. We will do it. So everything what you are going to learn here is for 2 months. What is that? 1 week. Course duration is 2 months, 1 week. There will be 2 Saturdays. I will be talking to everyone, getting their availability. We will be sitting 2 Saturdays, morning 8 to 10. Okay. So this is the course duration. Okay. Anything you are going to learn here will be practically learned. Okay. Everything, and this one also. Hang on. Routing and SLA. So this can also be done practically. Okay. All these things, mainly these things you need to expect. See, if they are going to teach all these things practically, means your basics are covered. After basics only this can be taught. Only learning basics for 1 month, 45 days, 30 days, 15 days is not enough when you are going for an interview. Okay. When you, after this course, if you sit along with a 4 years guy, I will bet they don't know all these things. Email integration, external database integration. I'll get many calls from those people who are working in Pega since past 5 years. Even I have people from Virtushop, those who are working since past 3 years. They came here and learning all these things. You will not get chance. Usually, you will not get chance to implement all these things in your application until and unless you are an experienced of 7 years guy, or okay, it is not the tech leads are sharing the work with you of this type of integrations and all. Okay, I'll tell you in a home version how to implement this, and I will give you the architecture how they will implement, only architecture processing wise. I'll tell you that you need to speak in that way. Implementation part is same everywhere. How you will implement in the home version, the same way you are going to implement in the enterprise version, but the connections, there will be intermediate servers in enterprise. You will not directly connect from your application. There will be intermediate servers established. That is the team who will work is web admin team. So that server part, what they will do, I'll tell you. Okay, when you are working, you need to work in the way which I am going to tell you. When you are going to speak in interviews, that way you need to speak. Integration part only. Remaining everything else is same. Okay, so anything you expect to work on it practically without a hands-on, if you learn Pega, it's waste. Anything you are going to talk about it, you learn it practically and see. Okay, you will be given with sufficient work, only 1 hour time per day, but the work that you are going to will be sufficient to you. If you have 5 hours, let me know. I'll give you work. Maybe 1 week it is free for you. After that, struggle starts. Okay, so you need to spend at least 2-3 hours per day. 2 hours you must have to spend, even though you're working or you're not working. If you're not working, spend 5 hours. So think like you have joined a Pega project. That's how we are going to implement it. So you are going to learn development, you are going to learn troubleshooting, everything, debugging, change requests, So everything will be covered. Scratch from the development, change request, enhancement, troubleshooting. If you're going to put into a project from the scratch, you should be able to work. If you're going to work on an existing application with enhancement, you should be able to do. And you should be able to do the debugging and log files, everything will be taught here. 1 week is not enough speaking, okay, to learn all these things, but we will not take it. Okay, it will start 9 o'clock sharp, it will be wind up exactly 10 o'clock. 1 hour, there will not be any thing that you are missing even 1 minute. Okay, you have to work on it every day. Okay, so suppose you have joined a Pega project, obviously you will work for 8 hours, right? Think like you have joined a client, you are working on it and spend 2-3 hours every day. Okay, think like you have moved on to Pega. When you are going to join with me, as you have moved on to Pega application and you are working on it. Think that way. If you have that attitude, that mindset only, you can complete it. Otherwise, you cannot complete it. Okay, so there will be a lot of work that will be given to you. You need to complete everything. Okay,
Conversion of project.
yeah, upgradation we are not going to see. I cannot do that. Even I don't know. I did not work on upgradation. Upgradation means from version 6 to your application will be upgraded to 7. Okay, but you should be able to in a position after the training. If your application you are going to put it to 6 version, 30% is there. You should be able to work with this training. If you are going to put on 7, scratch from development, you should be able to work on with this training. If you are going to put on an application with 7 environment which is upgraded from 6, all the base will be covered in the training. I'll tell you every time what needs to be chosen at what place. Okay. So you are going to work on any kind of environment, 6 or 7 or upgraded 7. You should be able to work on it. Okay. I'll tell you this is implemented in 7. This how it was in 6. I'll show you.
Project which is on Java platform, we can convert.
That is what is that? That is called migration, right?
Migration.
That is again you rewrite the code. That's it.
So it's like beginning from scratch. Right?
Yeah, building from scratch. If you are going to develop you have an application in Java. You are going to build it in Pega means it's a migration process. Okay, you need to again do work on it from scratch in Pega. That's it. And we have applications. Humana is their client, healthcare client. Humana. They have application in .NET. They're converting it to Pega. So it has been converted and enhancements are going on. Okay. So any other questions? So this and all we are going to cover. Okay. So every day you need to practice. Remember that. One thing is technically you can leave everything to me. Okay. I am responsible for giving the technical knowledge that is sufficient for you to go and work with 4 or 3 years experienced person and to crack the interviews. Okay. One thing you need to work on your own. Okay. I cannot come to you and make you to work on it. I will give you work, you have to complete it and ask me. If you have any questions, you need to WhatsApp me. I'll respond. Okay, that's how we are going to proceed. So knowing the things, anyone can do that. But practically doing it is important. Okay. So any other questions? See, whatever you see that here, everything will be covered. And one more thing I forgot to mention. What is that? Security. And declare index. So you go to anywhere. This will not be taught to you. Practically no one will teach you. I bet. There is no one in the market. I know everyone, whoever is going to give the training. Okay. No one will tell you all these things practical. Maybe these two can be covered, I'm not sure. This will be covered anyway. Tracer and all. Not this one. This will not be covered. This will not be covered. Only these two. They may cover, some people are not. But these will not be taught by anyone, even if you spend 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees outside. Clear, everyone? So you need to decide on today and come back tomorrow. Okay. So you need to payments wise. So you need to make your payments tomorrow. Okay. Worst case is Monday. So if you are going to join on Monday, you must have to make your payment and join. Okay. So that is what you need to decide on it by today and come back tomorrow. We are going to start. I am going to show you PRPC environment. We are going to start from tomorrow itself. So anyone has any questions? Online guys, everyone clear, right?
Yeah.
And online guys, 9652532753. This is my phone number. Okay, WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me with your availability. Tomorrow you're going to join. Okay, everyone wants to continue. You can tell me directly if you are not going to continue. You can tell me. If you have any issues, you can tell me. So you can WhatsApp me on this number with your availability. Okay, everyone offline guys also. If you're not going to join, let me know because I can take someone else. Already 4 people are waiting, right? They did not come today. It's CT. Okay, if you're going to join, so from tomorrow you have decided you are joining. Okay, so that's it. So clear, everyone?
Is there any deployment?
Deployment also I'll teach. Yes, deployment. See, deployment wise, you can use PRPC tool. I'll tell you in PRPC how they will do. But in enterprise, how they will do, I'll tell you. There can be third-party tools. Some people will use PRPC directly. Some people will use third-party tools. 90% you will see third-party tools. 10% only they will use direct PRPC tool. And it's not your work.
Don't know the deployment.
I will tell you how to build and deploy. Both I will teach you practically. Okay? In real time, how they will do, I'll tell you. Build part will be done at the PRPC, and the deployment part can be a third-party tool that will be release team working on it. I will tell you that. So, any other questions? See, I will tell you tomorrow. See, here architect means system architect, senior system architect. Okay, I'll complete it. See here. So, the certifications. You have to complete the first level of certification. Everyone, it is mandatory. CSA, Certified System Architect. When you say Certified System Architect, it is a developer level. Okay. CSSA, Certified Senior System Architect, Senior Developer. LSA level 1, Lead System Architect, lead level, first level. LSA level 2, lead level, second level. So if you reach LSA level 2, you will be set. You are set to be an architect in a software terminology. Architect means you will design the application and everything you will do on your. So up to level 1, it is multiple choice questions. Okay, level 2 is a case study. Okay, you are going to learn all these CSA, CSS, LSA, everything you are going to learn here. All the topics which are included in all these levels we will be learning. Okay, so everyone must have to complete CSA, and the people from US and UK, Australia, you must have to complete both CSSA. So in India, if your package is, today's package is 7 lakhs and more than that, you must have to complete CSSA. Okay, so 2 levels are required if your package is today is 7 lakhs. If you are going to change, it will be 12 lakhs, something like that. Okay, you must have CSA as well as CSSA. Okay, and the people with below 7 lakhs. So if your expected package is 7 and below, CSA is enough. More than 7, if you have expected package, you need CSSA. So both. So they will think about package and the knowledge both. If you are a CSA and if your package is 12 lakhs, I can hire someone for 7 lakhs with the CSA knowledge. Okay. So this is what you need to do. So developer is a system architect, senior developer is senior system architect, lead is level 1, architect is level 2. And we have specialized certifications for business analyst, user interface designer, and we have again specializations in this. That is not required. So you will find openings for developer. Questions, anyone else? Hey Praveen, why you have joined?
Harsha, I have some questions regarding the
Just hang on.
that I had.
Just hang on. Just hang on. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, is this clear? Everyone, any other questions? So decide on today and come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you're coming, means you're joining. Okay, you'll be making your payments tomorrow. That's it. Okay, so online guys, if you're going to join, just ping me. I'll send you my account details. Okay, you make your payments either tomorrow or by Monday is last day. If you're going to attend Monday, you would have done it. See, we don't have classes on Saturday, Sunday. I told you, right? 2 Saturdays we are going to sit. Any of the 2 Saturdays, 2 hours, morning 8 to 10. That is fixed. Okay. So everyone clear, right? Yes, Kanchan.
Sir, I'm Rajesh.
Yeah, Kanchan.
Yeah, I'm Rajesh. I have a question. So will you be sharing
Rajesh.
any kind of tutorial for our reference course tutorial?
Yeah. See, I'll be giving you. He's asking about something tutorials. I'll be giving you notes. So you're not required to take the notes at runtime. When I'm teaching, you're not required to take. I'll tell you, right? You write. Stop. That is enough. Okay. You're not required to look back anywhere other than your notes. Get a 400 pages notebook. Okay. This is forever for you in your Pega career. I will not provide any videos. I will not provide anything. No material is being given to you. If you want to have some material, I can share you. Okay. So, but all whatever is there in the material will be there in our notes. More than that will be there in our notes. That is the old material when I have started 4 years back. Okay. Your notes is forever. You have to write the notes. You are not required to take the notes while I am teaching. I'll tell you. I'll give you time. Whatever I tell you, only that you write down. From tomorrow, you must have to write down.
Even the screenshots which are your.
No need, yeah. Not required. Every navigation you will write down. Okay. So it's not only for your batch. Past 4.5 years the same way. This is the best way. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, this is Anup. One quick question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so while working with the Pega, they regularly ask for this fiddler trace. So will that topic be covered, like understanding and interpreting
Fiddler
that
trace.
trace?
Fiddler.
Yeah.
What is that fiddler here? So this is not related to Pega actually. What is that? What is the key for fiddler?
Actually, I don't have hands-on on that, but the thing is, whenever there is some
Fiddler is
issue
used
raised,
to trace the
they
browser.
ask for those traces.
Yeah, I got it. Fiddler is used to trace HTML. It's a third-party tool you can install. So it will work together with your Firefox IE. That is for checking the compatibility issues, security issues. Okay. And cookies, cache, whether any cache is being saved in the browser that can be hacked by someone else. Okay, that can be implemented using debugged using Fiddler.
Okay, so it's not like a Pega owned tool. It's something.
No. Fiddler is something which can be used with any technology.
Okay.
So it's the security level. If you want to trace everything, Pragma cache, cache controls, and server cache backups, and all will be there in the. You can see the values. You should know the ideal values, and if the value is more than that, you should work towards reducing that value. That is the security team. Audition team, they will find out. Someone else will work on those things usually. But PRPC, you have to work. You will get to know that that's not a big deal at all.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so if no questions, you can go ahead and wind up, but do not forget to ping me on WhatsApp. So on this number, you go ahead and just WhatsApp me with your name and you're available to join. I'll send you my details. We'll go ahead and proceed. Okay, so from tomorrow it will start. So everyone clear, right? You can go ahead and wind up for today. Thank you for joining. Any other questions?
Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining, everyone. I'm going to close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, once again, hang on. What is it? The requirements, huh? Obviously, BS will be there. Anyway, for implementation purpose, you need a BA, business analyst.
Business process then development documents plus DS like servers. Will they share
The documents you want?
Yeah.
Requirement documents you want?
Yeah,
I can share you.
Yeah, based on the requirement document, the developers.
Obviously, that is the same way any technology.
Yeah, the same process will be followed.
Same process.
They will-
Yeah, if you need requirements and project document, one of the project document I'll give you. We have to implement. See, we are going to implement one project here. I'm going to implement, and I'll give you 2 other projects you can implement. You can ask me in the meantime. Okay. So work on like you're going to develop the projects, then not simply do not work on independent roles. Okay. Fine.
Usually how they will give deadlines, like how much time usually
Yeah.
taking Pega is very
Just hang on.
Pega take very
So everyone clear? I'm going to wind up the meeting. Thank you. See, it is the same way here.